Hello class, this is Wilmer Pereira and this is DS624 Quality Management. This video is to show you a real life example of a SIPOC and that I work on a project while I was at Salesforce. And the process that we were analyzing were the I-9 verification process for human resources. So you must be familiar with this process, and this is to verify the right to work in the United States. Here in the SIPOC, you have the first step is to deliver welcome instructions to the new employees. The second step is complete section 1 in Workday. So Salesforce uses Workday for all human-related processes. Then the third step is to verify the documents, and this is what happens when we start a new job on day 1, that the company verifies our documents that prove right to work in the US, our social security or passport. Then the fourth step is to submit the I-9 to US CIS, which is, immigration. So they verify that is correct. And then the last step on the process is to review the results of their verification. Sometimes they said, hey, this is not a valid document, or this person is not in our database. And then that's a problem, because if that's the case, for new employees, you have to suspend the access to the network. So you have to terminate them until the problem is fixed and we understand what are the causes. So that's the process column. And then as you learn this week, for each of the process steps, then you have to identify inputs and the suppliers, and outputs and the customer. So for the first step, which is deliver webcam instructions, the input is a list of the new hires, and the supplier is a team that is called EED inside of Salesforce. And the output of those step is to email instructions, and the customer is the new hire. So when people, after they accept their offer, and there is a welcome email that it tells them how to get ready to start on day 1. And one of the things that they are giving instructions in that email is how to how to prepare for the right to work process. So the second step is to complete section 1 in Workday. So if you have done this before, the I-9 form has 2 sections. Section 1 is completed by the employee, and section 2 is completed by the employer. So for section 1, complete section 1, the input is the Workday new hire task. So employees, before they start, they can access Workday and do that. And then the supplier of that is the new hire. The output is the completed section 1, and the customer is the I-9 admin team. Following, the next step is verify the documents, and the inputs are the documents, and the Workday section 1, right? So, and then the supplier of those inputs are the new hire. They provide the documents, and the I-9 admin team, and they are the ones that know how to check on Workday. The output is a completed section 2. So the I-9 admin team checks that what was completed in section 1 matches with the documents, and the customer is the EED team. And then the next step, submit all that information to UCIS. So Workday is the input that we need to do that. The supplier is the EED team, and it's an automatic process. And then the output of that is called e-verify status, if it was good or not. And then the customer is the admin team, the EED team, and the new hire. And then the last step the input is to verify the I-verify status, and the supplier of that is CIS, USCIS, and the output is the status and next step in case that is not a go, and the customers are the I-9 admin team and the new hire. So hopefully this gives you a real life example of a SIPOC. This is a very powerful tool that we can use for many processes, and everything that we do is a process, and it gives us a very good idea of the high level process steps, the input, the outputs, and the customers and suppliers. So hopefully this is very helpful for you to solidify your learning for this week. And this is one of the most important tools that I want you to learn during this class. So I look forward to see your homework.